Hello, it is Tuesday, January 20th, 8:49 a.m. Now, I've been looking forward to these daily things. I'm not missing a day. What is it, four? Day four, five, four? Hopefully. I'm already losing track. It's bad. But I'm looking forward to this, though. Today, yesterday, today, kinda. I'm going to sleep kind of early. I woke up at 12. I'm kind of like fixing my sleep schedule, but by pushing it back even more. If you get the sense of what I'm trying to do. But yeah, so right now, let me see. I just went to the store. Crazy interaction. Like, I don't know why every time I go to the store at the register, I feel like something goes wrong, but it don't be my fault. It don't be my fault. I'll be ready. I don't like. I'm not one of those people that, oh, I forgot something. Can I run and go get something? Like, no, I'm never that. If I forget something, oh well. It's all well. Yo, my hair look crazy. Oh my god, it looks even worse. But whatever. But yeah, I was at the register and lady kept on ringing up my stuff like multiple times, and then she had to call somebody else to void it. And you know, I feel like they was having a day. Like they hated each other. She did it twice too, so she had to call out twice, and they was arguing over the pack of shrimp. I'm like, yo, I was like, I was holding in the line. It was only 3 lines, about 20 people that wanted to get ring up, and then I had to wait for the other lady to ring up as a person she was waiting for. I called my Uber while I'm in the line. Uber already outside. My Uber usually take 10 minutes. I called my Uber before she even started ringing it up. I'm like, okay, yeah, it's about to be a little minute. Uber 3 minutes away. I said, yo. So that was my luck. Like, it was just a luck. But the Uber stayed. Like, everything worked out. But, they was about to fight over shrimp. Yeah, that's how my day went. Other than that, I didn't really do anything, to be honest. Again, started my gym arc today. See, I got my, yeah, I got my muscle shirt on. You feel me? I got my muscle shirt on. Yeah, I gotta fix these though. But yeah, I decided to. Every time when I go to the gym, I always been a bigger dude. I always wanted to get skinnier, you know. But I feel like my body. I probably said this already, but I feel like my body is like, I'm meant to be like 200 plus pounds. You feel me? But it can be 200 pounds of muscle, my height and whatever, like how I built my genetics. I haven't worked out in a little minute, and I already look kind of swole. You feel me? So I'm gonna focus less on moving down the weight and focus on getting my protein in and really build muscle. I want to get I wanted to be like shredded, but I'm probably gonna be focusing more on getting a bodybuilder. So just building muscle, and I feel like my muscle's gonna help burn the fat, and I'm moving and all that's gonna help burn the fat. So I'm gonna count calories, maybe not really, but really focus on what I'm eating and count my protein intake. That's probably what is most likely to count my protein intake instead of counting calories. But be wary of calories. But yeah. Also, I started watching Interstellar. It's actually on my TV right now, but I got an error code, but it's on my TV. I only watched the first 30 minutes. I wanted to see how they started off, because I feel like a lot of people say Interstellar is like a great movie, and it's kind of in the realm of what I got. I think that's sci-fi mystery. I haven't watched it, or I don't even know what it's about other than the dude go through a wormhole. But yeah, it's similar to what I'm writing, my book. And they started off basically about the main character. I think that's Matthew McConaughey or whatever. They start about his life, his character life. So before, he used to be a pilot, but right now he's a farmer. And the setting of the how it started off, like, this is after they made it to the moon or different things like that, and now spending for space travel is been suspended because Right now, people are struggling to even eat. I think it was like it wasn't the Great Depression. The Great Depression was way before that, but it's like it's a depression. Like people they can't eat, so they need farmers. And he's a farmer. And he's really good at farming, but it's just that's just something that he don't want. He don't want to do. He's an engineer. He loves science, and you can see it in like how he talk about science and everything, even how he interact with his kids. So he even named one of his kids after a law, Murphy's Law. The kid name is Murphy, and the kids know about science. They all smart, and I like what they did because he went to like a parent teacher conference, and they basically told him that his kid is smart, but not smart enough to go to college. But they really enjoy the fact that um, this kid's gonna be a farmer, and the U.S. need farmers, so they really like that. But and they like that idea of his kid becoming a farmer, but he don't like the idea. He want his kid to be smart, engineer, and now this propaganda, he feels very strongly. Well, he feels very strongly that the U.S. went to the moon, but the teachers, whatever, is feel very strongly that it was propaganda and that they didn't went to the moon. They were just in order to make the Soviet Union spend all this money and waste all their money so they can win the war or whatever. So I like how they started off with going deep into his personal life and what he think, his views and all that. And I only watched 30 minutes, so if I basically the point where I stopped, the 30-minute mark is he found his NASA facility and they want him to be a pilot again. So now he got a second chance of becoming a pilot. So I think they showed that, his background, his personality and all that, just to show that, just to show a reason why he will go into, I think, a wormhole and waste years of his life and instead of being with his kids and all that. So they did a great job doing that. I feel like I'm not going to go that route. I could, but it did help me get into the fact of looking up or really determining how and think how do I want my characters to be personality wise and go into their background. So I wrote a little bit. These are new stuff. So the three main characters are astronauts, and three of them go up into space. So this is the one I named one Commander, I named another one Secondary, and I named one Junior. And I'm gonna say a little bit about this. I'm gonna put on my TikTok. But the Commander, he basically I want the Commander to be like a tough love type of guy. The Junior, I want him to be a lovable character, but not a lovable character that you want to protect, but not because he's a liability. This one that you see a lot of potential in, and you want him to succeed. And yeah, and then I'm having a little bit trouble of how I want the secondary character to be. He could be, a well-rounded, all-around character, which is good, but I feel like it's a little boring. So I don't know. I gotta really think about how I want him to be. But yeah, I just started thinking about that. I still haven't wrote yet. Now I know. I told you, introductions. I spent a long time. Now writing the book probably take weeks, months, or whatever. And I tell you, I take a majority of that time I spend on the introduction. But I told you, all right, I'm just gonna skip the intro and get into. I already know how I want the story to start off. And now I started to think about the dialogues I want to happen, and I'm thinking about different pieces that's going to happen in the future. But I can drop a little hints now, just like how how certain things like Attack on Titan, the anime. We finish the anime, and then you rewatch it, then you started seeing like, oh, this, that, oh, because he was dropping little hints. That's how I kind of wanted to be a little bit, not too crazy as what he did. I forgot what's the author name or the artist name. Yeah, the author name, but I want something like that. So that's what I've been decided on. But I am going to write. I gotta write. I am going to write. either today, tomorrow. It's gonna be sometime this week. But I am gonna start writing. I do know how I want to start it all. So yeah, 10-minute mark. That's it. Go to the gym probably in the next hour and a half or so. I am feeling a little tired, but 9 a.m. alarm. But yeah, so without further ado, this was my daily check-in. Mental health wise, I know I keep on saying 8. Let's do like 8.3. You know, I feel like I cleared my head on. I feel like I'm more motivated. I cleared my head of, how I always compare myself, and I kind of feel like I'm lagging behind. But now I feel like I have a little purpose of what I want to do. Hopefully, I make it through the marathon in the middle. Shout out Jerry B. Jenkins. That's the dude I did research on. He make YouTube videos. He's a famous author, and he said the marathon in the middle is a difficult part for a lot of authors. So hopefully, I make it through that. I push through. Hopefully I start, finish, and everything. Hopefully I do great. It's my first time, so I know I need to make sure I don't put too much pressure on me, on whatever, just do. Also, I have a skit I want to make, and I still haven't did it. I thought about this skit for a week now. I need to do that skit. So yeah, but yeah, so I got a lot of things I want to do: music, skit, book, all that. And I have a difficult time juggling it all. So sometimes I sacrifice some. Right now, I sacrifice the skit. I sacrifice streaming. Music is come and go. But now, like, I had music passion for last week or 2 weeks ago. Now it shifted to this. So I'm always shifting. It's like I feel like I'm in a like a bingo wheel, and then just all the bingo balls are just stuff I want to do, and one come out, you call the number, throw it back in, and it's shifting again to keep on shifting. And I'm only do things one at a time. I got to find a way I can do it all. But yeah, so mental health, I say like 8.3, 8.2. Yeah. So I'll say right now, Tuesday, January 20th, 9:02. Hopefully I keep on going. Hopefully, I don't know, day 4 or 5. I'm going to say day 5. Where I did beginning, I did origin. It might be day 4. I don't know. But